I was charged and convicted of directing terrorism, and there only was one director, Johnny ADAIR.
ADAIR decided who lived and who died in those days in North Belfast. And I used to say to him, now, where are you going? And he would say to me, where am I going? I'm going to make the news tonight. I decide what you watch on television tonight. Go home and watch it. That meant someone was going to die.
Few people in this country strike as much fear and terror as Johnny Mad Dog ADAIR.
Directing terrorism meant picking targets, choosing targets, targeting targets.
Now, in layman's language, is that killing people?
Well, engaging with the enemy, let's just say. Engaging with the enemy.
How many bodies does he have in his hands?
Well, people talk in terms of 30.
They say you're only as good as your last operation, and under my direction, C Company had been involved in many professional operations against the professional IRA.
And yet he's willing to risk it all just to humiliate his enemies.
It could cost me my life if I'm not careful. When these people were to capture me, I've no doubt that they would kill me. No doubt whatsoever. For fuck's sake, stop. For fuck's sake, that's us fuck now here.
Over a 20-year reign, ADAIR directed more than 40 killings and hundreds of attempted murders. Today he's living in exile in Britain, looking for a new place to call home. Banished from his Belfast home after a murderous feud with other loyalist paramilitary leaders, ADAIR and son Jonathan, known as Mad Pup, have teamed up with gangster Mark Scarface Morrison.
The quiet seaside town of Ayr is no stranger to visitors from across the water in Northern Ireland. But recently the landmark Station Hotel found itself playing host to some less welcome guests.
Excuse me, turn that camera off.
About 30 loyalist paramilitaries on the run and less than keen on being observed.
These days, ADAIR is lying low in the Scottish town of Troon, ever watchful for assassins bent on settling old scores. In turn, ADAIR himself is being monitored by MI5, Strathclyde Police, the Police Service of Northern Ireland, Greater Manchester Police and the National Crime Squad.
Troon is like a quiet town for well-off people, and most of the bars, which I don't even frequent, but apparently I'm barred in quite a few of them for no reason other than I am who I am. Just stories about my past and about the fact that I'd served 16 years in prison and the fact that I was involved in terrorism. They just don't seem to let the past lie.
So what do you do all day?
Bits and pieces. Business interests. Kept very busy. Also do a wee bit of training.
Johnny ADAIR won't talk about his business interests. He says he survives on benefits and the goodwill of loyal friends. ADAIR, who like Lady Thatcher and the Queen refers to himself in the third person, denies being a major drug dealer, though son Jonathan has served time for selling heroin and crack cocaine.
I don't know if it's the police or the media who's saying that I'm a fucking drug dealer. How could someone like Johnny ADAIR possibly fucking dealing drugs? How could someone like Johnny ADAIR possibly be any way associated with him? Johnny ADAIR, I have no doubt, is under 24 hour surveillance by the special branch, no matter is it here in Scotland or if it's in Manchester or back home in Belfast. Without, I mean, that would be a fact. So I mean, it would be suicide for me to try anything illegal, let alone drugs.
The only drugs Johnny Adair admits to taking are bodybuilding steroids.
Do I take steroids? Well, does Popeye take spinach? As a teenager, when I was involved in street clashes, I had a number of head wounds where I'd been hit with bottles, stones, hurley sticks and hammers. I'd been hit there with a hurley bat of fighting Catholic youths, and here I was smashed with a hammer. In the back of my head I'd been hit with bottles, and in here I'd been shot point blank range as I attended a UB40 concert back home in Belfast. That was the most recent wound. And 10 years ago, the IRA riddled my car, and they just grazed me here. I was lucky, I was just grazed there on the side. And then some 20 years ago, I was stabbed in the back, here, which resulted in me having to have my spleen removed. And I've been stabbed there with nationalist youths and street clashes with them. And just all in all, I had scars about my face and teeth knocked out as a result of fighting. The actual gunman that I now understand, the actual guy pulled the trigger, is himself dead, but he committed suicide whilst living down in Dublin. One of the other ones that physically assaulted me that night was himself murdered by the provisional IRA using the cover name of Direct Action Against Drugs. So they're dead again, and I'm still alive.
A lot of your adversaries,
Pardon?
a lot of the people who are trying to kill you are dead.
Themselves, without me having to fire a shot at them. Interesting indeed, isn't it? I'd like to see what will happen to the people that they're still around.
Only Johnny Adair knows how many bodies lie at his feet. He claims those days are behind him. But many believe he's now operating as a gangster under the directing hand of a Scottish underworld godfather. Adair's enemies, and he has many, are watching their backs.
Good afternoon and welcome to this tour of Belfast. On this tour we're going to bring you through areas which you've probably seen on the news and read about in the newspapers. Okay folks, we're just bringing you into the Shankill area here. You'll see the colours of red, white and blue. Now a loyalist is someone who is loyal to Her Majesty the Queen and the Crown in England. This area in particular at one time was controlled by a man you've probably all heard about, a man called Johnny Mad Dog Adair. Johnny Adair controlled this area with an iron fist.
Adair enjoys the limelight, but even he would be surprised to learn that he's become a tourist attraction.
Now if you look straight out the window, you'll see a large UFF mural. If there's such thing as a good mural, this could be it. If you watch the gunman's eyes and the weapon as we leave the area, both the eyes and the weapon follow you the whole way around this area.
This area erupted into chaos in a murderous feud between different loyalist factions.
Loyalists are once again at each other's throats.
The UDA took brutal and decisive action to rid the Lower Shankill of Adair's supporters.
Local people claim several carloads of men linked to Johnny Adair attacked 2 houses and a car.
We saw literally dozens and dozens of men, lots of guys that were fighting, punching, kicking each other.
Those who remained loyal to Adair had no choice but to leave.
Adair's gang were run out of town.
It's emerged that Loyalist paramilitary leader Johnny Mad Dog Adair has moved to a Scottish seaside town. Strathclyde police said the presence of Adair was clearly of interest to the force.
So what's the tattoo you're getting now and why?
I'm getting a UFFC company one. The words in Latin, actions, not words. C company was an army that were men of actions and not words.
The machine itself, I suppose it's like a gun, really. Like the needle, it doesn't actually, cut you. It punches your skin. But a lot of people take it better than others.
I think you're in pain there, to be fair. I think you've just been brave.
It is, it's sore. Of course it's sore. But if I said it wasn't.
You're not going to faint.
No, I hope not.
I've got a Chelsea football
I know,
tattoo.
and you fainted.
Do you want my tattoo?
But you're not a brave heart, Donald.
I know.
You're an Irish Celt.
Jonathan can't disguise the pain as well as his dad, though as a teenager in Belfast, he did suffer an agonising punishment shooting for antisocial behaviour, widely accepted to have been ordered by his father.
What did they do to you?
I was took up an alley and I was told to sit on the ground, kneeling down with my back against the wall. He showed me putting the bullets in their gun. I just told him, "Hey, listen, just get over and done with."
You said get it over quickly.
I just don't want to be waiting about it, thinking about it, you know what I mean? Before I knew it was shot.
And where did they shoot you?
Both calves. And he just left me and I tried to get up and walk, but I walked a bit, but I ended up falling again.
Any scars? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And that was basically, and the same in the other leg, yeah?
Same in the other leg, But that was through my tattoo. It was a bit raging at that, like. It was through the, you know what I mean? See it there?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you the truth, it wasn't that bad, it wasn't in my calves, and different with my kneecaps. That's off lately, getting that.
And the police say, who did it?
Oh, I just told him to go away. None of business.
Well, I think Jonathan was man enough to take his punishment, and he realised that he wasn't getting any special treatment because I was his father. He was just treated the way any other teenager in that area would be dealt with if they crossed the paramilitaries.
But despite the family's best efforts, Jonathan went on to become a drug dealer.
19-year-old Jonathan ADAIR faces 10 separate charges of conspiracy to supply and supplying Class A drugs.
Jonathan ADAIR sold heroin and crack cocaine to undercover police officers.
Gina ADAIR, seen here in a white hood, appeared at Bolton Magistrates Court charged with conspiracy to supply heroin, cocaine and crack cocaine.
The shadow of drugs has followed ADAIR, his family and his organisation.
It's accepted that your organisation finances activities to the tune of millions of pounds, fund your political operations and your military operations by racketeering, extortion and drugs. That's accepted. That's not
a fact.
That's a fact. Okay,
yes,
right.
So loyalists and Republicans, absolutely.
Of course. So because of the organisational involvement in drugs, racketeering and extortion, presumably, you know, it's no wonder people think, you know, Johnny ADAIR, well, his organisation ran drugs, extortion, everything else. You know, now the next business is going to be drugs for you in Scotland.
But what the people just need to look at my background and other so-called loyalist backgrounds and see who has the wealth. Johnny ADAIR doesn't have the wealth. Johnny ADAIR was a soldier, a freedom fighter.
But nowadays,
money was never his god.
That's true, but nowadays people say, listen, he had the expertise to run an organisation that ran millions of pounds of extortion. Are you going to take those big multi-million pound extortion drug operations to Scotland?
No.
To Britain?
No.
To Bolton?
No, because it would be breaking the law.
Okay, but you know, the sense then they say Jonathan's locked in there, he's done this time.
Yes, and he'll not be doing it again. Jonathan, quite foolishly, got involved with drugs in Bolton, and as a result, he received 5 years in prison. It done him the world of good. He's out now, he's clear of drugs, and he'll never go down that road again. Neither will his father.
You won't be kneecapping him if he gets involved again, will you?
Absolutely not.
ADAIR's buddy in Scotland, Mark Scarface Morrison, is not a terrorist. He's what police call an ODC, an ordinary decent criminal. His 64 convictions include assault and fraud. He's known as an underworld fixer. But today, Morrison is happy to call himself a consultant.
So would you be the consultant the street sent?
Well, allegedly. I'm a... Fuck up, would you?
I was the ADC head of the underworld in Scotland.
I suppose I would be a man of the street, to be honest, you know, and I would be known as probably a street player. I'm certainly not a gangster, absolutely not.
How did you get the scar?
The scar was allegedly, there was a contract put out in my life, foolishly, with 2 underworld figures, who are now both dead. And 3 masked men kicked my door in. I was out of prison that very day, and 3 masked men kicked my door in and attempted to kill me at 3:30 in the morning. Allegedly, one of those men got shot 5 times in the head outside his front door, and another one died of a fatal accident, so who knows?
Who would have shot that man?
Absolutely no idea.
Would you know a man who did?
Possibly.
Would you be well informed?
Like I say, I'm a man of the street.
But within days, Mark Morrison, the underworld fixer, is taken off the streets, having received a prison sentence for a brutal assault on a young woman. ADAIR keeps a brave face.
The worst case scenario could have been murder, but it wasn't. Thank goodness.
What was the charge?
No, it was just assault. It wasn't nothing serious.
Coincidentally, ADAIR received a conviction for assaulting his own estranged wife, Gina, a woman dubbed by her enemies as Mad Bitch.
Just hours after being released from jail, renegade loyalist Johnny Mad Dog ADAIR has admitted assaulting his wife in a drunken argument. ADAIR was seen punching his wife repeatedly and dragging her by the hair.
Johnny ADAIR has also lost his beloved Alsatians. Once his mascots, they are now being held by one of his paramilitary rivals.
You stole them dogs. You're an evil man, Desmond, and I want them back. I found out where you live, and I'm coming to confront you for my dogs, Desmond. Let's see, there we go. Let's see what happened. What are you going to do? You going to kill me?
Well, put it this way, Johnny. If you were to ask me, would you be safe in my company again? I don't think I would be shaking around, Johnny.
But I don't want no violence. I know you're an evil man. I know what you're capable of. But I don't want to confront you to face something like that. I just want my dogs back, Desmond. What? When you're 6 foot under?
I told you about that time when I was sitting in the Mazda outside your door, and I said to myself, if he moves from that curb, what I have in my hand down the side door, he's going to get a shot with. You know what I mean?
But see, that's using violence, Desmond. Why? I just...
It's self-defense.
No, you're an evil man, Desmond. You're a convicted drug dealer, Desmond. You've stole my dogs, and then you're threatening that they would kill me if I come face to face with you or eye to eye to you. I am asking you, Desmond. I'm not threatening you. I'm begging, Desmond. I'm even begging you. Would you please, no? Would you please give me my dogs back? I'm offering you £3,000 for the safe return of Shane and Rabel, the 2 dogs that I dearly love, Desmond. Please do. Well then, Desmond, I'm coming to your door.
Meanwhile, in exile in Scotland, Mad Dog ADAIR is looking for a new friend.
What's that?
It's like something Mad
Hey.
Dog or something.
Mad Dog.
No, she said, some of the staff think you look like somebody called Mad Dog. I love German Shepherds, and that's why I'm here today. Hopefully to get another one. And this wee one here looks perfect. It's been a wee bit, it seems frightened, but hopefully I'll put that right over the coming weeks and coming months and make it a good home.
ADAIR is keen to nurture the support of his other loyal friends. Lottery millionaire Michael Carroll has asked him to stay the weekend at his suburban village home.
Well, we're hundreds of miles from my home. We're in Norfolk, where I'm going to visit my friend, Mickey Carroll, who you would all know as the lottery millionaire. This is the shop where he bought his first and only lottery ticket, which he won £9 or £10 million. Could I have a lottery ticket, please? And I'm going to do the same thing now. Hopefully I'm going to win it.
ADAIR's friendship with self-styled lottery lout Michael Carroll began when the multimillionaire wrote to ADAIR in prison. ADAIR's fearsome reputation now offers the lottery winner protection from the many extortionists anxious to share in Carroll's good fortune. Already he is said to have lost nearly £1 million.
One party cost me 28 grand.
28 grand.
Had about 100 blokes, 200 women. Most people call them orgies, but I was unreal.
28 grand?
On coke and fucking booze. 12
How much
times.
have you ever had in one go, like a cash? In one go. How much have you ever had at your
$500,000.
In one go? At your disposable? Fuck. What were you doing with that?
Oh, what to say it?
What? You wanted to see it?
UDA.
Carroll's hero worship of ADAIR works both ways. Carroll enjoys the company of the terrorist legend, while ADAIR has big plans for the lottery winner.
Mickey's going to fucking start a new battalion off the UDA in Norfolk.
and Nicky's going to become the brigadier. Do you see any problem with that, Mickey? No, I don't. Good man.
And will you be passing on your training and expertise to him?
No, Mickey will be passing on his money to loyalist prisoners.
Help yourselves, isn't it?
Up the UDA! How do you open it up for me? Watch Mickey open this. Go ahead. What do you put that there to, Mickey? Mental strength?
I'll learn this down a bot like now.
In the loft conversion of the lottery winner's home is a secret room.
It's a drink to share food open.
Drink the night, he's gone the wrong way round, John. Inside it.
Give you a test face sleep, Mickey. I can do it now. One take.
You paid me,
Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, yes. That's it, kid. Well, we're still loyalists anyway. That's not a tripod. Then do him with the hat on back to front and do him without the glasses.
ADAIR orders photos to be taken, a permanent record of the occasion.
Get the fist out, Mickey. Only your hands together. This is cool as fuck, yeah.
But this friendship was to be short-lived. Days later, millionaire Carroll traded his detached home for a prison cell after pleading guilty to a vicious assault on a group of young Christians at a gospel concert. Here, in the former East Germany, a group of ex-neo-Nazis have found a new spiritual leader. One member even has a shrine to the man.
Johnny is a good friend of mine, and I like him and his lifestyle, and he's a great man with his charisma, and he smiles every time, and he's so funny, and that's the reason why I have a shrine for him, and to see him every day and let him know he have friends here and they will stand by him forever. He's simply Johnny and he is the best.
They've issued an invitation to ADAIR to visit them in Dresden, and the terrorist leader has accepted. Nick Gregor is a notorious neo-Nazi leader in jail for bomb making. Despite running a white supremacist coup attempt in South Africa, he's now pledged to go straight.
Nick! Oh, my friend! Good friend! I find you. Good to see you.
Johnny Mad Dog ADAIR is visiting a loyal supporter inside a German prison. Nick Gregor is a convicted neo-Nazi leader trained in bomb making.
I have all the posters of you and photographs. It looks like it looks my cell looks like an UFF headquarters. I guess. I thought we need someone like Johnny over here to lead us, and we couldn't find someone like Johnny over here, so we was going to Johnny. You know what I mean? So that's we chose him to be our chief. My struggle is to support you and to protect you, or if you have trouble. My message to this UDA brigadiers is should someone go and shoot Johnny again or attack him or whatever, so we will be able to send 5 guys over to Belfast. That's not a problem. So we have our Jackie MacDonald find and everything. We know where to find these guys. That's not a problem. And we don't need an army to carry out a punishment beating or something like that. We only need a small group of volunteers, and these are guys. They are very well experienced. experienced in carrying out punishment beatings and whatever. I know how to create a landmine, you know, or a pipe bomb, and all these things, bobby trap bomb, or you know, all these things. I got teach the things when I was in South Africa in a training camp, and all this stuff. I know how to do this. So I just want to say we have the know-how to carry out a punishment beating even in Belfast. That's not a problem. Yeah, Johnny,
that's us,
you have to enjoy the day.
Yes.
Maybe you bring him to a nightclub, and he can use the money in the nightclub. Yeah, maybe you have to test a German woman. Yes, of course.
After acting as Adair's bodyguard in Bolton, Nick Gregor was banned from entering the United Kingdom. Gregor and his group of supporters see themselves as the German division of ADAIR's private army.
All these photos. Christiane, you must be really passionate about me and my family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are my children. I wonder who this is. That's you. That's you. That's you.
It's Tina.
That's you.
ADAIR basks in his international support, a legendary terrorist pin-up assured of his place in history. But he is far from being yesterday's man. Some fear that ADAIR is already taking his battlefield skills to underworld Britain.
ADAIR is as much a threat today. Anywhere he lives, if it be at Bolton, Edinburgh, he will always be a threat. He's a gangster wrapped in a Union Jack. That's all he is.
In his heyday, ADAIR was a don with a passion, and at the core of that passion was violence.
No surrender!
Oh, I fucking loved it. I loved it. I thrived of it. It was my life. Fuck's sake. Of course I loved it. I fucking just was married to it, that organisation. And lived, slept, dreamed, breathed that organisation. That's just the way I was.
Under ADAIR's direction, C Company are understood to have been responsible for over 40 murders and hundreds of attempted murders. He rarely gave interviews, but could never pass up a good photo opportunity. At his peak, ADAIR seemed untouchable.
ADAIR didn't have to ask permission from anyone to do anything. He thought nothing of having the volunteer £100 or £200 to walk his dogs.
Instantly recognisable, ADAIR made an easy target. On an outing to see his favourite band, UB40, he was shot at point-blank range.
And do you feel you've been quite lucky? I mean, the shot in the head, I mean, it could have been a whole lot worse.
There's not many people get shot in the back of the head and walk away.
A bullet in the head wasn't enough to stop ADAIR running an empire built on drugs, extortion, prostitution, money laundering, and the distribution of weapons. ADAIR had to be stopped.
I told him, I'll put you in jail. And he just said to me, you have to catch me first.
John T. Brown led the team who built the case against ADAIR. The terrorist leader was tailed, bugged and interrogated until finally John T. got his man. Mad Dog was snared.
They started squealing and shouting with their guns and pointing them at all us for to open the doors. The next thing, they started banging at the back windows. The next thing, the back windows went in and they just grabbed everybody that was here.
Now, 12 years later, ADAIR is free and John T. Brown is in nervous retirement.
He isn't joking,
Hey.
He claims ADAIR tried to bomb his house, something the terrorist leader denies. Today they've come face to face at a neutral location in Manchester. John T. Brown comes with a message. Security is on hand just in case.
Who's your two friends, Mr. Brown? You're not frightened of me, are you?
No, indeed I'm not.
Well, why do you bring
Never
security?
was.
You falsely accuse me of a bomb in your house.
If your home is attacked in the manner that mine was attacked... And
my home's been attacked more times than yours.
Once, that's true. To take you out or to put you down in jail was a policing imperative. But my pursuit of you was professional, not personal. It should never be taken to a family.
Well, you stuck it to my family, didn't you?
Go ahead.
He's raided my house on a number of occasions. He's smashed my doors in. He's sledgehammered my doors in.
With the job,
he's handcuffed me. He's handcuffed my wife. He's took us away to holding centres and held us for days upon days.
Whether you're involved in crime by way of terrorism, gangsterism, drug dealing, prostitution, you'll suffer house searches. If you put yourself in a frame for directing terrorists, you can't complain when a detective sergeant comes after you like an Exocet missile.
Jonty's message turns out to be a warning.
If you go back to Northern Ireland, you'll be shot dead. As simple as that. I would say there'd be people queuing up to kill you. The UDA, as we speak, they're trying to whack you. They don't care whether it's in Bolton or Troon or wherever, but they'll get to you.
Talk is cheap, Jonty. It's easy to jump on this stage and read out statements that we're going to kill you, Johnny, out there. I've heard it all before throughout the years. Action speaks louder than words.
And if you don't watch yourself, you're going to end up dead. And why? Life's too short. Life is too short. There's more to life than loyalism.
But ADAIR doesn't take kindly to being told where he can and cannot go.
6 of the so-called brigadiers threatened to have me murdered. To date, 2 of these so-called brigadiers are now themselves 6 foot under, dead, and Johnny ADAIR's still standing here talking. Johnny ADAIR will return home soon.
Jonty Brown has warned that should ADAIR return to Belfast, he will be killed. This sparks an idea for an ambitious yet potentially deadly stunt designed to humiliate the very people that are threatening him. He's hatching a plan that puts 2 fingers up to those baying for his blood.
What I always say, he who laughs last will laugh the longest. And what goes around will come around.
Despite the death threats, ADAIR is planning a trip to Belfast with military precision. It's a 600-mile journey from Scotland, through England, Wales, the Republic of Ireland, and a late-night border crossing into Northern Ireland. Decoy cars and safe houses are planned in conditions of utmost secrecy.
Hello? Once we head to Wales, we board the ferry. It brings us into Dublin. We'll travel by car across the border to the north of Ireland. Then we'll be taken to a safe house. We'll rendezvous at that safe house. And we'll put into effect our plan. Could cost me my life if I'm not careful. And these people were to capture me, I've no doubt that they would kill me. No doubt whatsoever.
We've arrived in Dublin now. I'm hoping that the Gardaí don't stop me on the way through, because if they do, I believe they'll alert the PSN I'm north of the border. And obviously they will put me under some sort of surveillance, and this is what I don't want. I want to be able to go in. Happy days. That's us. Rotten. Rotten.
I mean, the 2,000 IRA activists here, it's a dangerous place for you to be.
Well, let's get out of it. Come on.
Johnny?
Yeah?
You're now home.
Just to your right? No. Go on down. Go on down, him. You see, turn round, right there, we got. See, right. Turn you down, go round. See, you don't know what they're doing, they're driving. Do what I say, turn right round. Oh, that's road right on round.
Straight on?
Yes, right round. Come on. No. Down there. See what I mean? He's having the clue. Right, we'll go left again, we'll see. He goes left. Just go straight up. Fuck's sake, I told you to go left, David. Is he coming behind us or what?
I'm coming behind us, yeah.
I told you to go left, David. Go right. Oh, who's this? Cops. Is it? Is it the cops? See? Just drive on down. The further away, the better. Right, just stop here. That's... Whoa. Fuck's sake, stop. Fuck's sake, that's us. Fuck now. Here.
Hello, how are you?
I'm off wee second, please.
Sure, why is that? We reserve a right to film whenever you want to film.
So did I ask you to step out?
You know who it is?
Yeah.
They know it's me?
Yeah.
Yes?
Didn't say it, but they do, yeah.
They know it was me?
Yeah.
How did they know this?
To be frank, they wouldn't be doing the job, Johnny, if they didn't know.
Well, if they know, will the UDA know?
Yeah. Well...
Obviously, the intelligence services have their reasons of finding out what certain people's doing, and obviously, Mr. ADAIR is one of them people who would be of interest to the intelligence services, whereas they would put him under surveillance, bug his phone, bug his car, bug his home. That's probably one of the reasons why we were stopped, just coming out of the Shankill estate there. My fear is now, would the police leak to my enemies that I am in the country? I don't know, but I'll not let it hinder what my plans are to do. Who's that guy there? Right, just you go over there. Entering the lower Shankill now. This is where I used to live. And this is where my family was exiled from 3 years ago when I was returned to prison. It was an area that I loved, and the people in it I loved. This used to be my homeland. This here was the badge that I'm proud of. At one time I was God in this community, and now sadly, the people who are now in charge violently turned on me and my family and my friends. And sadly, this area is now controlled by drug dealers, rapists, housebreakers, and just petty criminals. It feels strange, and it feels that the place is it's not what it was 3 years ago. It doesn't have the same atmosphere about it. I feel distance from it now. I feel, obviously, because the people that's in charge here now, I believe that they've ruined the community. They've erased everything to do with our culture in terms of murals and flags and just everything to do with our culture. It's been erased.
Johnny Mad Dog ADAIR is risking his life in making a secret visit to his native Northern Ireland. He longs for his years in loyalist West Belfast, the place he once ruled, though a third of those years were spent in jail.
Referring to the maze, it was a home from home. The paramilitaries run the prison. Whatever we wanted on the outside, which was not on the prison tuck shop list, we could send out word and we'd have it smuggled in. We had this guy who had an artificial leg, and every Monday he would bring in sirloin steaks, steroids, whatever we needed. He came in every Monday, took his leg off and emptied off all the contacts of his legs. We had everything from sacks, from our own food, just almost anything. They even had blow-up dolls. I can remember one occasion where some boys on the wing had one of them blow-up dolls. Everybody else had budgies, which they were allowed, but I wanted to go one step further, and I felt that there was a need to have a little dog running about, so I arranged to have a dog smuggled into the prison.
One of ADAIR's associates in the maze was Michael Stone. In broad daylight, Stone carried out a brazen attack, tossing grenades at mourners at an IRA funeral.
Well, the video of choice down there would have been porn, and what most of the prisoners would have done on a daily basis would have went to the porn king, who was Michael Stone, and they would have went over to Michael and booked their porn movie for the night, because Michael had a cell full of porn movies, and some of them would have been homemade and smuggled in from the outside. So here you could not only view porn movies from America, but porn movies from the greater Belfast area. You could get drunk, you could party. In fact, the prison authorities used to supply us with the disco lights for the discos that we had in the wings. And even at the time, in the early 90s, people said, jokingly, that some of the best raves were held in the Maze prison. And I'd be honest, but there was some good parties down there.
When not indulging in sex, drugs and rock and roll, ADAIR liked nothing more than a good rooftop protest against prison conditions. Even today, mothballed and rusting, the Maze prison still holds huge sentimental attachment for Johnny ADAIR.
As a young teenager in my early teens, growing up, I loved coming to visit loyalist paramilitaries in this prison. When I came to this prison to visit paramilitaries who had defended Ulster against their enemies, I felt really proud, and I felt an honour to come to the Maze prison and visit people like Michael Stone and other loyalist killers. It was like your parents buying you a toy. You were going into the Maze prison and you were getting searched for the first time in your life by prison officers. Then you were going in and you were seeing loyalist paramilitaries who you would have looked up to and who most people looked up to. And coming out of the visits, the whole way home in the bus, you'd have talked about it, and you'd have talked about what other prisoners you had seen.
Despite waging war on his Catholic neighbours, ADAIR admits that had he been born a mile down the road, he would likely have joined the other side.
If I was a Catholic, a nationalist, I probably would have joined the Republican movement, and I probably would have fought for what they believed in. That would have probably been on the IRA Army Council. In the mainland, you have a normal life. You can do, even me, being Johnny ADAIR, can do the normal things, which I couldn't do.
I mean, could you go out in Belfast, for example?
No. Nightclubbing, no. Concerts, no. Fights, boxing matches, no. I've had the best times of my life since I've been over in England and in Scotland, but it's not home.
But will these newfound freedoms allow ADAIR to bring his military and criminal skills to mainland Britain? The authorities are ever vigilant.
He wouldn't serve me. And I ask him why, and he says because a photograph has been distributed and I've been told not to serve me.
What's going to happen to the guy who takes you out?
He'd be probably held and treated as a hero in some small, smelly, dingy pub with about half a dozen people drinking it.
Until Nick, the Nazi, comes over to take him out?
Well, Nick says that if anything happened to me, he would most definitely come and do something about it.
What's going to be on the tombstone? Johnny ADAIR volunteer, Johnny Adair, soldier, Johnny Adair, gangster.
Johnny Adair, from volunteer to brigadier, no surrender, quid separate. Simply the best.
It's the end of the film, Johnny. It's the end of the road.
The final chapter has yet to be written, Mr. McIntyre.
Until that chapter is written, Johnny Adair is resigned to moving from town to town throughout the length and breadth of Britain.
Rome was never built in a week. And one day, hopefully, myself, my family, and my close friends will return to our homeland. I'm only marking time here in Scotland. I will be going home to my native Ulster. I don't know when. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be a year, it could be 3 years. But I'll be back one day, and my son will be with me.
Yet, wherever Mad Dog goes, his bloody past means he must remain ever vigilant for an assassin's bullet.